Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live each and every Wednesday, only here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on YouTube. I want to welcome you to the July 10th, 2024 All 60's edition, Soul edition to the Vinyl Treasures show. And I'm a little bit crippled today, not physically crippled, but Charlene, who lives in Huntsville, Texas, she was in the path of the hurricane, and she's had no power since, I think, Monday. I was talking to her Monday late afternoon, I think. So I was on the phone with her because the hurricane had passed her. I think it was, or it passed her, and it was just windy or whatever. So then I'm talking to her, and then all of a sudden the phone goes dead, and she lost power. So she has no power. She has no electricity, no internet, no phone. She couldn't open her garage door to get the car out to go out. I think her son had to go there, but there's, I think, about over almost 3 million people without power there. So she thought quickly, not that she was able to, because Charlene is very important to the show in the sense that she helps me with the research. So I have to pull the records out. I have to clean the records. I put them in I put them in some type of order, kind of programming the show. I rewrite the research. I do all that. She helps me with a lot of that. So I didn't have her for any of that for this. She did anybody that sent me requests for the 50's early and your soul requests, she did those. Very few on the soul, but she did some of the 50's. So I'm going to have to, well, I'll see. She called me this afternoon. She was able to charge her phone and her car, but lots of damage in the Houston area. But she's not quite, she's out in the outskirts. So, and they're not going to restore. She's got like not many people out there by her, so she's going to be last on the list. So I told her, and she's got like a flip phone. She doesn't even have a phone like a smartphone or an Android or something that possibly she can get text or whatever from and maybe they're different here versus Con Edison here in New York or PSE&G in New Jersey, the big utility companies so I don't know what they have out there in Texas. But it's not good because she just had her refrigerator was full of all this food that she just bought, and so she had to get ice. I don't know, and it just wasn't good, and it's kind of like actually worrisome for me as she's out there like that. So it kind of crippled me today. I was able to get a lot of it done today, but not all of it. I'm gonna have to start tomorrow with the 50 stuff. So you got to get me your requests early so I have to pull them. I mean, she might not have power for weeks. Remember the last time we had a hurricane come through here in New York and New Jersey, the tri-state area? People didn't have power for a long, long time. So I don't know what's going on there in Texas, but really, I hope she's going to be okay. So anyway, so I'm just letting you know ahead of time for that, in case if you don't hear your requests. I was able to get to a lot of them here, so I got, like 49 records or whatever. So, and when I run out of the record, I don't think I'm going to run out. I'm babbling on here. But anyway, we just opened up. Actually, I found a request finally for oldies fan Joe, in our YouTube chat room there. This keyboardist, songwriter, David Clowney, we opened up with, also known as Dave Baby Cortez, as he was on this. He had a big hit back in 1959 with the Happy Organ on the Clock record label, but he recorded for many different labels. And Joseph Smith, aka Oldies Fan, requested his fifth of six on Leonard Chess's Chess label, a tune that he wrote together with Julia Clowney. So that must be his wife, possibly, we'll say. See, Charlene did this one. This charted number 67 on Cashbox, 78 on Billboard, 28 on KDWB in Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota, from July 63. That's for Oldies Fan, Dave Baby Cortez, with the Organ Shout on the Chess record label. Enough of my babbling here. Let's open up the vocal portion. You all know this next group out of Allentown, Pennsylvania, recorded for the Smash record label. Their signature song was a tune called Apple Peaches Pumpkin Pie. That was their first of 8 on the Smash record label. Let's give a listen to their third, and it's actually their third biggest hit. This was number 39 on Billboard, 29 on Cashbox. A big number 2 record if you were tuned in to WDLB in Marshfield, Wisconsin. It features Jay Proctor on lead. Let's go to December of 1967 for Jay and the Techniques with Jay Proctor on lead. It's called, I wish I had some now, Strawberry Shortcake.
Get a head start, it won't have a better house to get you. Strawberry shortcake and cream on top. Tell me the name of your sweetheart. You're the little girl I used to chase around the block. Well, I remember when I used to tell you, get a head start, it won't have a better house to catch you. If I beat you home, you know the rule. You got to let me kiss you, pretty baby. Strawberry shortcake and cream on top. You're the one who stole it.
And we open the vocal portion there with Jay and the Techniques. That's Jay Proctor on lead. From December of 1967, that is on the Smash record label, Strawberry Shortcake. Great radio sound there. That all that sounds of those mid-1960s records, they just sound great listening to A&M radio. My aunt she had a 59 Buick Bel Air, and she used to work down as a cashier in General Motors that was in the in Westchester County there on the Hudson River, and she would back down I remember I was playing out in the street with my friends there because I used to live in my grandmother's house. We used to live on the basement apartment. So when she would back down, she had WABC on, and they'd be playing records like that as she was blasting them out of her car. But anyway, that's actually from an LP, Love, Lost, and Found, on the Smash label. And in the early 1960s, Jay Proctor was a member of a group known as the Majestics. He was the bass for the group. They recorded for the Jordan label back in 1961. You'll hear that on my Saturday night show. Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening here, both on YouTube and also on Oldies and More Radio. If you're new to the program, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it. As Charlene is not with us tonight, she has no power she lives in Texas, so there's a lot of people without power in the Texas area, so that cripples your host, Johnny G. But let's continue here. And this gal hails from Cincinnati, Ohio. This was her debut single. Came out on Ed Cobb's Champion record label, the tune written by the label owner. And this, of course, was a bigger hit for a group called Soft Cell, if you were listening to the radio back in 1981 on the Sire record label. But let's give a listen to the original. Came out in June of 65, Miss Gloria Jones. Gloria Jones on the Champion label. It's called Tainted Love.
The heart of me, the love we share seems to go nowhere, and our love's not right. For I toss and turn, I can't sleep at night. Once I read to you, now I run from you. The tender love you're giving, I give you all a girl can give you. Take not, give, and that's not living. Oh, tainted love.
I apologize for that cough there. I forgot to turn my mic off, but I'm sorry for that. Somebody's going to record that and get a cough in the middle of the record. There you go. That is Gloria Jones. That's the original version of Tainted Love from June of 1965. That was on the that was played out in the UK clubs back in the early 1970s. I take it as Stuart mentions that. Stuart Robb mentions that. Thank you for being there, Stuart, all the way in Glasgow, tuned into the program. Gloria Jones on Champion Tainted Love. And she would have other 60s releases on the Uptown label, also on the Minute record label. In the 70s, she recorded for Motown Records, I think also for Capitol, through 1979. Johnny G is your Wednesday disc jockey here on Oldies and More Radio. Let's go to Philadelphia now for this next singer. He was the lead singer of the 1950s vocal group The Silhouettes. You know their tune Get a Job. If you were tuned into my last Thursday All 78 show, I closed that show with a 78 by The Silhouettes, Get a Job, on the Ember record label. His name was Bill Horton. In 1964, he had a release on the Lawn label as Bill Horton and the Dawns. Here's one he did on the Caden label. I think it is a sister label to Lawn Records. It's a song he co-wrote with Frank Virtuoso. He used to have the Virtuoso Studios, I think, in Philadelphia, plus had some cool instrumentals during his career. We go to 1966. Let's give a listen to Bill Horton on the Caden record label. The song is called I Wanna Know.
Tell us what you want to know.
That's a 1966 release there from Mr. Bill Horton. Bill Horton, previously a member of the Silhouettes. That's a solo effort on the Caden record label. I Wanna Know is the name of the tune. I won that in the Joel Scherzer auction in the early 1980s when he was selling out his collection. I didn't get his list I didn't get his first list. I mean, he sent out like another list, I guess. I don't know where he got my name from, but he got my name as a young collector, and I was bidding like $2.22. Back then, they were cheaper, $4.18. I think the most I spent on any time back then, I think I spent $11 on Picture of Love because I really wanted that 45 on Whirling Disc from 1957. But all the records at the time, I still have the paperwork. $2, $3, and like $1.13, all these weird numbers I used to bid, and I won that record. It's got a little bit of a label tear on it, but I think it goes for more money than $2.13. Anyway, as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show, and on the May 8th show, I featured this girl group from Atlantic City, New Jersey. They consisted of Monique Fords, Johnny Lee Manning, Lynn Fields, and lead singer Charlotta Gilbert. Collectively, they were known as the Debs. I played the side called Danger Ahead on Lloyd Price's Double L record label, but listener Jim Lampley in Texas requested the flip side here, and it's a ballad from November 63. Let's give a listen to the Debs. This is Double L Records. That's Lloyd Price's label with somebody else he was with too, by the way. The song is called Just Another Fool. The Debs for Jim in Texas.
He did you wrong, but his day will come. There was a time I was happy and I was gay. That boy was mine, and I loved him in every way. But now I have love, and there is nothing to bring back to me. Just another fool, and I thought I was smart. Now the bells, they won't ring in my heart. Just another fool, to live in misery. I hear him calling, although he's not there. I hear him laughing, although he's unfair. But I know I'll love him until his dying day. Just another fool, but there'll come a day his heart will break in more than one way. Just another fool, to live in misery. Just another fool.
Asked by request for Jim in Huntsville, Texas. I wonder if Jim's got power. Charlene has no power. She lost it, so I had to do the show all by myself. Kind of winged it a little bit there. Those are the Debs there, going out to Jim in Texas, November 63. Played the flip of that on the May 8th show. Song, what did I say? Danger Ahead, which is the up-tempo side. That's the ballad. Nice girl group sound. Just Another Fool there. Charlotta Gilbert, she's the lead singer on that. She has a solo single too, by the way, on the Veep label in 1967. Chances Go Round is the name of the tune. Johnny G is your DJ for a Wednesday evening as we continue here as this next group, they are out of Texas. Their debut single came out in 1963, recorded for the Guidon record label. Releases followed on Whiz Records and Dynamic, which were out of San Antonio, Texas. One more on Atlantic from 1967. Then later that year, they hooked up with arranger, songwriter, producer Lou Courtney for 2 releases on the Popside record label. And this is their second release. I played their first. I forget the name of it, what it was, but I was what I do a lot here before I do the show, the Soul Show, I'll get a box down in the basement and I'll start going through the records. I play test them and then I check them. I'll look on 45 Cat. There's certain people that I look at who own the records that I say, well, this must be a good one. And if I see a certain person on there, I think it's an expensive record, I'll check it out on PopPsych. Well, this one books I think, pretty big here. I'm only paid $1 for this 45, but I think it books high if I'm not mistaken. It's their second release on the Popside record label, written and produced by Robert Bateman and Lou Courtney. Features Willie Cooper on lead. This song was played here in New York City on WWRL. That's the only place I saw where it had some airplay. Didn't really make it up the charts, but it was played for a number of weeks. From December 67, let's give a listen to The Webs. The Webs on the Popside label. The song is called Give In. The Webs. That's the second of two for a group called The Webs. That came out in December 67. It's on the pop side, Popside. Yes, Darren, pretty psychedelic, that label there. With The Webs with Give In. Johnny G giving in on a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. If you're new to the program, please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be back on Saturday night, then a special show on Sunday beginning at 2 o'clock. I'll have a special guest here. Dave the Rave of Sirius XM Radio will be here at 2 o'clock. We'll be playing lots of rarities. I'll have some doo-wop. I'll have some rare soul. Dave's going to bring some records that I need. So we'll be talking about our collecting and how it came about and how we met and about the how we became disc jockeys and whatnot. Should be an interesting show here on Sunday afternoon beginning at 2 p.m. So check it out on YouTube. We continue here and fill a request for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat. I played a wrong record for you, Adrian, last week. As I know, I was looking for an Atlantic 45. I think I played Eula Cooper. And that was not what Adrian wanted. He wanted this record, this gal from Miami, Florida, first recording back in 1965 for the Octavia record label. Her second release for Octavia started taking off, was a big number 9 record on WAME in Miami, so Atlantic would pick it up for national distribution, and that's how I have it. Written by Clarence Reed and Larry Hargrove. Let's give a listen to Ella Washington. Ella Washington, by request for Adrian Viterbo. This is the intended A-side from January 67. I have it on Atlantic, and it's a long title. It's called The Grass is Always Greener, parentheses, on the Opposite Side of the Fence. Let's give a listen. Ella Washington for Adrian.
But still, baby, you wanted someone new. You caused me so much pain, and now you say you want me back again. But you must learn the grass always seems greener on the opposite side of the fence. Left me, baby, for someone else. I tried to tell you, baby, you'd only hurt yourself. But you wouldn't listen to me, and now your heart's in misery. But as the saying goes, the grass always seems greener on the opposite side of the fence. There you are, ready to walk back into my life. But it's too late, baby, and someone else's wife. Remember, I told you that the grass always seems greener on the opposite side of the fence. The grass is greener on the opposite side of the fence. Oh, it's too late. It's greener on the opposite side of the fence.
There you go. That's going out to Adrian Viterbo, listening down in Mexico. He's in our YouTube chat. And that's the sound of Ella Washington from January 1967. It's on the Atlantic record label, first coming out on the Octavia label. This I have on Atlantic. It's called The Grass is Always Greener, parentheses, on the opposite side of the fence. Well, I wouldn't say that. I think my grass is greener than my two neighbors there because I take care of my grass. Yes, I do. As I don't mow it, but I get mowers that mow it. But Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening. Charlene is not with us, unfortunately. She has no power. I hope it comes back before Saturday, because I'm going to have to, well, maybe I'll call her after the show here. We'll see. But she says she goes to bed, and once it's dark, she's got no lights or whatever. She's just, she's helpless, really. And I was telling her, can you find out if there's a shelter? Maybe there's some Wi-Fi. Maybe there's, something. But there's nothing. She's out there in, like, the middle of nowhere. And I was really worried, because I was talking to her, and the phone just stopped. I was like, what happened? And then she had to charge it and a whole bunch of things. So I hope she's okay. But I will be checking up on her as we'll see. But really, Johnny G crippled with it. I tell you, I need Charlene to help me with this show, especially with the research. I got to pull the records. I got to get them. So I got to search for a lot of them. Then I got to put it together. She's a very important cog here on the program. Let us continue here, though, for a Wednesday. And let's flip over that 45 by Ella Washington as the flip side, written and produced by Paul Kelly. Now, Paul Kelly, he was out of Miami, and he was a member of the Delmiras. the Delmiras that recorded for the Dade record label, but then he became a songwriter out of Miami. He wrote this tune. Let's go to January 67. This is the B-side of The Grass Is Always Greener. It's called Bye Bye Baby, Ella Washington.
You're no good for me, that I can see. All you wanna do is break my heart. But today is the end. For all your pretending, I'm gonna make myself a brand new start. I'm gonna find a man that will understand. Someone who's gonna treat me nice. Someone who digs my hug and loves my love, and that will never, never make me blue. Bye-bye, baby. Bye-bye, I'm leaving here. Believe me, dear, I don't want your love anymore. You know you drove me wild and in a funny style. You said love is just a game you play. Oh, I just can't stay. I'm leaving today. I can't stand no more pain, no more heartache, no more trouble. I've got to find happiness. Bye-bye, baby. Bye-bye, baby. Bye-bye, baby. No more trouble. Bye-bye, baby. No more heartache. Bye-bye, baby. It's alright. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah. Bye-bye, baby.
Yeah, that's an A and B side there of Ella Washington. That is the B side to The Grass Is Always Greener song entitled Bye Bye Baby. That's from January 67. I featured it on Atlantic. Ella Washington. Yeah, let's continue here with the request, this time for listener Edmund Williams in Queens, New York. He's in our YouTube chat room. He wanted to hear Sam Cooke, and in January of 1960, Sam would sign with RCA Records, had 24 releases on the RCA record label. Now, Edmund requested his 22nd, although this song dates back to 1952, written by Alan Brandt and Bob Hamus, and this first recorded back in 1952 by Nat King Cole. But let's give a listen to this version as done by Sam Cooke. It's arranged and conducted by Renee Hall. We go to January of 66. This is going out to Edmund Williams in our YouTube chat room. The great Sam Cooke on RCA and his rendition of the tune That's All for Edmund.
I can only give you love that lasts forever, and the promise to be near each time you call, and the only heart I own for you and you alone. But that's all, that's all. I can only give you country walks in springtime, and a hand to hold when leaves begin to fall, and a love whose burning light will warm the winter night. But that's all, that's all. There are those, I am sure, who have told you
they would give you the world for a toy. All I have are these arms to enfold you, and the love time will never destroy. Yeah. Dear, I'm not asking much. You'll be glad to know my demands are small. Say it's me that you'll adore for now and evermore. And that's all. That's all. That's all.
There you go. That's the great Sam Cooke by request for listener Edmund Williams there from January 66, his 22nd release on the RCA record label, his rendition of the tune That's All. So many people recorded that record. I don't know why Ricky Nelson is going around in my head, but so many people recorded that record, I have to say. Johnny G here on a Wednesday as we continue here for this next singer, originally from Rogers, Texas, born Joseph Arrington Jr., better known as Joe Tex, first recording for the King record label. That was back in 1955. He would then sign with Johnny Vincent's Ace record label in 1958, and in 1960, releases followed, I think 60 and 61 on Anna and the J-Lin label, and then later in 61 he signed with Buddy Killen's Dial record label, would have about 55 releases through the year 1979. Now here's his first on the label, his first one on Dial. It's a song he wrote. This charted number 28 on WNHC out of New Haven, Connecticut. We go to July of 1961. Let's give a listen to Joe Tex. Joe Tex on Dial Records. It's called What Should I Do?
Here I sit all alone tonight, 'cause me and my baby had a big fight, and I'm a-sitting here wondering, just what should I do? Should I make up with her, or just tell her we're through? Oh, tell me, 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 'cause I've got the devil sitting right here on my left shoulder. He keeps telling me that I don't love her, and he says that I should not try to hold her. But the angel sitting here on my right keeps saying to me, you better call her tonight. Now what should I do? What should I do? Tell me what should I do? And what would you do, baby, if it were you? I don't want to listen to the devil, 'cause I have been told that he ain't so nice, but he's got so many temptations. Oh, I need somebody's advice. Now what should I do? Tell me what should I do, baby? And what would you do if it were you? Come on now. You know, I kind of like this tune. I've always wanted to do a tune like this. Mr. Engineer, we got a couple more seconds left. I'd like to do this tune one more time. If I can get everybody to sing along with me. Do it one more time. What should I do, baby? Tell me what should I do, baby? And what would you do?
That's Mr. Joe Tex. That's a song he wrote. That's his first record on the Dial record label. That's Buddy Killen's Dial record label from July 61. What Should I Do is the name of the tune. So this song is running around in my head, and I'm just going around. I said, wait a minute. I know the song was done by somebody else, and I'm looking under what should I do, but then I thought about it. I says, wait a minute. So the Bo Jives out of California recorded a song in July of 1964 on the Shepherd label, which is out of California, called What Would You Do? And it is that song. It is, but they changed the name. I think the lead singer put his name down as the writer credit, but it is that song that was done a year earlier in July of 61. Actually it was later, July 64 for I think it was 62. I might have had a typo there, because it was, I think, the Bo Jives' first record on Shepherd Records, I think. Anyway, and I like the flip of that Bo Jives 45. Anyway, Johnny G is your Wednesday night DJ right here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on YouTube. If you like what you're hearing, please give me a thumbs up. I got the report from I got a big positive report from YouTube today about we picked up like 53 subscribers over the last month, and it was like, I don't know how many thousands and thousands of hours, and I think there were 10,000 views or whatever. So lots and lots of people are tuning into the Vinyl Treasure Show. Thank you all for being here and being part of the program. So tell your friends, as we get bigger and bigger on the Johnny G network, I'll have a special guest here up in the Johnny G studios on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And my buddy Dave the Rave will be here. We'll talk about how the Vinyl Treasure Show originated, and talk about how we met up and how we were talking about all these records and whatnot. So it should be a fun time. It is promoted up on my YouTube site, so you can check it out, and should be a lot of fun. We're going to be talking about the records here. Maybe not a lot of information that I give out. I might have some because I have it, but Dave's going to bring some records I told him that I want to see and I want to check out. So you should tune into that show on Sunday as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And how about a touch of the 70s here, as the lead singer of this group previously recorded with a group called the Jamaicos on Bill Seabrook's Jamaico label. And her name was Diana Tyler. And she is the lead singer of this group, The Magic Touch, and this was their first release on a Bill Seabrook's Black Falcon label. I think he also managed this group, and this song was recorded at the Ultrasonic Studios in Hempstead, New York. So that's got to be, I don't know where in Hempstead. I went to Long Island. Not last Sunday, the Sunday before, and I was stuck in traffic because my brother lives in Rockville Center. So he had like a graduation party for his son. He dropped him off at Colgate. He has to do some football stuff. He's going to be playing on the Colgate football team. So it was just a lot of traffic. Plus there was rain and whatnot. It was just horrible, I'm telling you. But anyway, that's where they recorded this, in Hempstead, Long Island. This is from February 71, and this bubbled under at number 114 on the Billboard chart, number 36 on the R&B chart. This was a big record, number 3 though on WWRL in New York City, again with Diana Tyler on lead. We go to February 71, touch of the 70s here, with The Magic Touch on Black Falcon. It's called Step Into My World.
Step
fantasy.
Everyone's for real.
Yes, yes, baby.
Everything's for real. All of my world.
All of my
Is
world.
full of so much love.
Love and laughter.
And it's full.
And it's
It's
full.
full of so much joy.
Joy, joy ever after.
And the love
And the love.
I give.
The sweet love, baby, it will be everlasting. There'll be no sorrow,
There'll be no sorrow.
no sorrow,
There'll be no pain.
no pain,
There'll be no sorrow.
no sorrow.
In my world, love plays a part.
It plays a
Not
part,
a game.
not a game.
In my world,
That's why I'm telling you how it is in my world. Yes, baby.
step
Come on, darling.
into my world.
Come on, baby.
It's not a world of make-believe.
There's no make-believe.
It's not a world of fantasy.
Listen to me, baby.
Step
I love you, baby. I need you, baby. I want you, baby.
That's a cool tune. I was going through the box. I said, well, and it's not in great shape, but for 5 cents, what do you want there? There you go. That's the Magic Touch. The Magic Touch with Diana Tyler on lead, February 71. Touch of the 70s on the Black Falcon label. Step Into My World. That's part one. There's a part two on the flip there. And I think they got two other records, I think, that came out. But much later, though, I think in 1976. This was in 71, early 71. I think the other one that came out was later in 76 that I saw. But anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And we go to Philadelphia, PA now for this next singer. He made his debut in 1963 with the release on the Lawn record label with a song called Hey You. So I'm watching a 1963 American Bandstand show, and it was, and this, and I don't know, you don't know if you get the full show on YouTube because there's all this copyright stuff and whatnot, so the people, they were cutting it out or whatever. But anyway, it was a Rate a Record segment. And so they had this they had two girls and one guy. So this song comes on, and it says, well, here's a debut single by Bob Murphy, a song called Hey You. So they play it. It's a slow ballad, but a great record. And so the two girls didn't like it, but the guy in the middle, he loved the record, maybe because it sounded a little bit older than other stuff in 1963. But it was by this singer. His name was Bob Robert Murphy. Bob or Robert Murphy. And he also recorded as Bobby Wells, first for the Mercury label in 1964. I think I played it here on the program. A song called My Girl, the answer to My Guy, by Mary Wells. And this was his very next release. It's a song he co-wrote. Actually, it was his first of three on the Philadelphia-based Romer, R-O-M-U-R label. We go to May of 1967 for Bobby Wells, a.k.a. Bob Murphy, on the Romer label. It's called Bees That Way Sometimes. Jazz May 1967 release there for Bobby Wells, aka Robert Murphy. That's on the Romer, R-O-M-U-R label, the first of three on the Romer label. Bees, B-E''S. Bees That Way Sometimes is the name of the tune. And he would have one more release later in 69 under his real name as Robert Murphy, some birthday thing that I have played here on the program, believe it or not. Two different versions of Happy Birthday, which is interesting, I'd say. Johnny G is your Wednesday night disc jockey here on Oldies and More Radio. Also live on YouTube, as I said. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell to get notifications when Johnny G goes live. We are live right now as we fill a request for listener Frank Gingaro in our YouTube chat room. This singer, born in Birmingham, Alabama, first recording as a member of the Sparks of Rhythm. They recorded for Bess Berman's Apollo record label. Then he left to form his own group, actually groups, under different names, and he was the lead singer of a number of them, like the Savoys that recorded for Savoy, the Pretenders that recorded for labels like Rama, and other labels that they did, as I'm losing my mind, and also as the Jones Boys. But not to mention, he had a very successful solo career beginning in 1959 for the Cub record label, but also recording for other labels like Rojack and VJ, and this release on Morris Levy's Roulette record label. This charted number 25 on WKNR in the Detroit Dearborn area. We go to April 65. Fill a request for listener Frank Gingaro, Mr. Jimmy Jones. Jimmy Jones on the Roulette record label with a song called Walk In.
When you go walking down the avenue and the fellas try to get first with you, when they hang around
That's the unmistakable sound of Jimmy Jones there. Jimmy Jones, by request for Frank Chingaro, April 1965. It's on the Roulette record label. Walkin' is the name of the tune. There's so many great tunes that have walkin' in the title or about walking. That is for sure. That is a theme show, and that one there, a great request. Thank you, Frank, for requesting that. Frank is one of the two hosts, actually dual hosts on the Rhythm and Blues Serenade, along with Gordon Skagberg. They are on WRHU. That's 88.7 FM out of Hofstra University. And they stream live on Saturdays beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 to 5 on WRHU.org. It was great to hear Frank's voice again back on the program last Sunday, so he will be back again this Sunday. So glad to see you back, Frank, and glad that everything is going great for you and that things are really working out here. So listen to the show. It plays 50s and early 60s vocal group harmony, as I do on my Saturday night show. And we're always glad to have Frank as part of the program here on the Soul Show on Wednesday evenings with these great requests. As we continue here, did I say it's Sundays, right? Yeah, I said that. I hope I said Sunday, as I lose my mind. It's Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on WRHU and also on WRHU.org. You can stream it live. As I have to, when I listen live. I listen on my phone, but I listen live. And I was out with Barbara, and I had Frank and Gordon on in the car. So I was supposed to go for a test, like, I don't know, for caretakers. When you get paid by the state, they're kind of trying to get ahead of the curve. They want you to be like certified. So I had to take this. I was supposed to take this 200 question test. I mean, I don't know what to prepare. I'm sure they're like they're easy questions, whatever. So I get there, okay, and they're like, "Oh well, we don't have the test here today." I said, "What are you talking about? I paid $10 to park. It's as hot as hell out there. I walk up here and you don't have the test." So I went home. I was pissed. And then, they called me. I said, "You better call me back. I want to be reimbursed." I said, "This is crazy. You didn't call them?" And there was somebody there that didn't speak English, they don't have a nurse that speaks. It was all messed up. I swear, I don't know what's happening in the world. But anyway, I digress. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And let's go to this trio from New York. They included Calvin White, Andrea Holden, and Lonzine White. Collectively, they were known as the Sand Pebbles. They had 6 releases on Nate McCalla's Calla record label, and this was their biggest hit. It was their second release on the Calla label, written by Teddy Van. It features Calvin White on lead. This charted number 36 on Cashbox, 22 on Billboard, number 14 on the R&B chart, and a big number 1 record on a number of stations. I hope I wrote these right. WAAM in Ann Arbor, Michigan, WCIT in Lima, Ohio, and WKNX in Saginaw, Michigan. We go to October of 1967. These are the Sand Pebbles on Calla Records. It's called Love Power.
When we walk down the street, oh, we don't care who we see or who we meet. We don't have to run, don't have to hide, 'cause we have something burning inside. 'Cause we got love, power.
There you go. Those are the Sand Pebbles there. That's Calvin White on lead. That's their second of 6 on the Calla label from October 67. Love Power is the name of the tune. Now, this group, I think in 1969, the group would change their name to Sea and the Shells. That's a good record that I have featured here on the program. Let us continue in the 1960s. Here we head out to Los Angeles, California, with this request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. Now, after this group known as the Lions broke up, this West Coast group, they recorded for the Mark IV label. Was it the Mac IV label? As I lose my mind. But they were called the Lions. Now, they broke up. Now, members Charles Everidge and James Warren teamed up with Robert Jackson to form a group called the Mad Lads. And they were called the Mad Lads because they were named after a Kansas City disc jockey called E. Rodney Jones. He was known as the Mad Lad. That's who he was. And someone that Charles Everidge used to listen to back in the day. And they released this one on H.B. Barnum's Mark V label. It features Robert Johnson on lead. We go to October of 1962. By request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room, the Mad Lads. Not the group that recorded... Not the Mad Lads that recorded for the Volt record label, but this is on Mark V. They're out of Los Angeles, California. The song is called, it's one 3-letter word. It's called Why. This is for Warren. Going out to Warren Russell in our YouTube chat. I have a better copy than that. I thought that was my clean copy. It's not. That's the VG copy. October 62. They're called the Mad Lads. That's the Mad Lads with Robert Johnson. He's the lead singer. That's on the Mark V, MARK-FI record label. Why is the name of the tune. Why? Because Johnny G is here spinning original vinyl 45s. Let us continue here now on the June 26th show. I featured this gal out of Philadelphia by the name of Joanne King. And she had this one release on the Coral record label. As I featured the B-side, it was called Please Mr. Songwriter. And then it was funny because Warren requested that the following week, but I played it later in the show. So he did not know that. But I decided to play the intended A-side of the 45. This tune written and produced by Johnny Madera and David White, also arranged by Jimmy the Whiz Wisner. So when I see those names on a 45, I'm going to buy them. We go to September of 65. Let's give a listen to Joanne King. Joanne King on the Coral label, and the tune is called My Baby Left Me. That's the only release for Joanne King. That's the intended A-side, My Baby Left Me, from September 65, that came out on the Coral record banner, Joanne King. Let us continue here. Let's go out to the state of Michigan for this next singer. Her name is Carol Jones. This appears to be her only release, which came out on the Mutt, M-U-T-T Records. Tune written and first recorded by Scott Bray. He put it out a year earlier, 1967, on the True Soul label. But let's give a listen to this cover done a year later. Came out in 68. Her name is Carol Jones. Carol Jones on Mutt Records. It's called Problem Child.
I try to think
Johnny G ain't no problem child. I don't think I was. Ma, was I a problem child? My mother's listening. I think I did one bad thing out in the street one time, and she made me pick it up and throw it in the garbage. I'm not going to tell you what that was, but I wasn't a problem child, although she did hit me with a spatula, because I used to I used to beat up on my sisters, and she was making, my mother makes great sponge cakes from the Betty Crocker book. She's a great baker, my mother. So I don't know, I was young, so I was running away from her, and she hit me with a spatula, and I had, with the Rubbermaid, the rubber thing, and I had a mark on my leg, on the side of my leg for years. No, I'm only kidding. She was I can't. My mother is great, and everything she makes. We don't have to tell her that everything tastes good. We only tell her if something isn't good, and that's very rare. And she's always been a great baker, but she's a great fan of the show, and she's watching all your chats there, folks. She is. But anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Fill a request for listener Frank Gingaro in our YouTube chat. Now, the lead singer of this group sang baritone with a group called the Five Pearls. At the time, they recorded for the Aladdin record label back in 1954. Then in 59, he was the lead singer of a group called the Caribbeans, recorded for the Galliant record label. And in 1960, he became the lead singer of a group called the Dippers. And they had a release on King Records. That was their first release. They would have two more, one on Epic in 61, and this one that Frank requested on the Duo Disc record label. It's a song he wrote. His name is George Torrance. So let's give a listen to George Torrance and the Dippers from July 61. And this is, I'm sorry, I messed that up. It's not July 61. This is, I think it was 66, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't change the data here, but I'll get to it. This is on the Duo Disc label, George Torrance and the Dippers. It's called Fine Foxy Frame for Frank.
She's got a fine foxy frame. I wonder what could be your name. How you got a fine foxy frame? I wonder what could be your name. I said she looked good to me, and all I can see, she's got a fine foxy frame. Lord, I've got to take, she's got a fine foxy frame. Lord, listen, I said the wiggle when she walk is driving me insane. She's got a fine foxy frame. Lord, I said her wiggle when she walk is driving me insane. She look good to me, and all I can see, she got a fine foxy frame. Lord, I wanna take her. I know it might be kind of unfair to talk to you, baby, this way. But I want the world to know, Lord, that you're well put together like a good piece of leather. Lord, fine foxy frame, that's what she's got. Man, she's gonna drive you insane. You got to see it with your eyes, believe it's alive. You got to see her, Lord, what a fine foxy frame. She's got the foxy frame, Lord, child. She's got a fine foxy frame. I said I like to know her name. Do you, Lord? She's got the fine.
There you go, by request for Frank Gingaro on our YouTube channel. That's February 66. February 66 for Gene Torrance and the Dippers. It's on the Duo Disc record label. Fine Foxy Frame is the name of the tune. A tune written by the lead singer of the group. He would have one more release, one last release, I should say, in 1968 for the Shout label as George Is that Gene? It's George Torrance and the Naturals. And actually, he would later become a pastor, Pastor George Nolan. And he recorded some gospel music. I don't know the labels there, but Charlene had that information there on one of the other write-ups I did for George Torrance. Johnny G is your Wednesday evening disc jockey here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on YouTube. Let us continue here. Let's go to this girl group out of Washington, D.C. Their debut single came out on the local Gel label, G-E-L Records. It came out in late 64. It was called Maybe Baby, which would later be picked up by Atlantic Records to be distributed nationally. But this was their very next release, probably recorded for Gel Records and then leased out to Jerry Simon. He owned the RSVP record label out of New York City. Let's go to February of 1965 and give a listen to the Dorrells. The Dorrells on RSVP. It's called Good Luck to the Lucky Girl, the Dorrells. They're called the Dorrells. The Dorrells from February 1965. That's on the RSVP record label. Good Luck to the Lucky Girl is the name of the tune. I still need their first release, which I think is much harder, on the Gel record label, but that's their second release on the RSVP record label. Cool girl group sound as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's go to this next singer, born Robert Miano. He was born September 25th of 1942 in New York City. He was discovered by a talent agent while singing on the New York City street corner when he was 15 years old, and he became the lead singer of a group called The Preludes. They recorded in 1958 for the Cub record label. And those of you that listen to my Saturday night show, you may recognize the songs Kingdom of Love and Vanishing Angel. He was the lead singer of that group, but he would go solo under different aliases like Tony Russell, John Christopher, Rough Diamond, and on this release as Bobby Diamond. This came out on the Columbia record label. This is arranged by Charlie Colello from December of 1966. Let's give a listen to Bobby Diamond. And believe it or not, Bobby Diamond in 1972 became an actor, actually. In 1974, he had a minor role in the movie Death Wish with Charles Bronson. I think he was like a mugger there, but he was in over 100 films and TV shows and soap operas. Probably best known for playing a mobster by the name of Alphonse Sonny Red Indelcato in the 1997 film Donnie Brasco. If you saw that film, that was with Al Pacino, I think. I was going to say Johnny Depp. No, Al Pacino. It's back in 97. But let's give a listen to him singing here from December 66. Bobby Diamond, a.k.a. Robert Miano, on Columbia Records. The song is called Stop. That's it.
Darling, well, you're wrong. There are plenty of girls around who think that my love comes on pretty strong. Well, starting today, there'll be some changes made. No love can last, it goes on this way. Cheated and lied and ran around on me. It's all over now, darling. Can't you see? You better stop. You've broken my heart. Stop. You've broken my heart. Stop. Torn it apart, stop. Well, it couldn't have been so bad if I hadn't been the last to know. You see, when my friends told me about it, I just didn't believe what they were saying was so. I knew all along that I was your pet, 'cause you treated me like a dog, and I bet if they gave out a medals for a heart-breaking girl, you would be the champion in the whole wide world. So stop, you've broken my heart. Stop, you've broken my heart. Stop, you've torn it apart. Stop.
December 66 release there for a Bobby Diamond. Really, his real name, Robert Miano. That's on the Columbia record label, song entitled Stop. And I know what was happening was when I used to go into Louis Silvani's Dobbs Ferry record store. I used to go every Saturday and pick up records. Used to meet Glenn Fazell there. Actually, it was ordering records because Greg Surik would bring them to the store on Thursday nights. So anyway, he collected Columbia promos. Not only did he collect Beatle records, but he collected Columbia promos. So he called me up one day. I mean, he had like, he sold his Clown Town by Neil Diamond, but he had like that rare Bob Dylan record or promo or whatever it is. So he ended up selling it to me for like $30. I ended up buying the record, but he had all these other Columbia promos for $1 in various conditions. So I told him, I said, well, look, I'll buy all the other records you have. I don't know, maybe it was less than $1. Maybe it was like, like 60 cents or whatever. But a record like that would come in there. Or a lot of the guys that I was buying big 50s records from when I was running the Columbia label, they sold me records like that for $1. So you really can't go wrong for that. As well, listen, I'd get some stinkers in there too, by the way. Although I wouldn't say, there were some nice Christmas records that they were maybe in the pop vein. But it doesn't really make any difference when you're playing Christmas records. For instance, you could play, by some big orchestra or whatever. But I just liked. I was a completist. I was. But then I it hit me that I'm not going to have enough room to have Capitol and Columbia and RCA and Epic and all the big majors to collect the records. It just wasn't going to be enough room, as I'm having a tough time as it is now. But let's continue here on the All 60s edition here on YouTube. And let's send this one out to listener Paul Barber as we head to Chicago for this group that formed at Crane High School, first recording for the Paso label in 1961, but then in 63 they recorded 5 that came out on the Cortland label. Then in 65 they signed with Dick Simon, who owned the Satellite and the St. Lawrence record labels. They had releases on those 2 labels, 3 on Satellite and 2 on St. Lawrence. So the first 3 came out on Satellite, and this was their first. And it was a trio at the time: Leonard Mitchell, Reggie Jackson, and Sam Stewart. Collectively, they were known as the Ideals. This one arranged by Monk Higgins. It features Leonard Mitchell on lead. This charted number 17 on WJMO out of Cleveland, Ohio. We go to September of 1965. We'll send this one out to Paul Barber, the Ideals, on Satellite Records. It's called You Lost and I Won. This is for Paul Barber.
I want to tell you, give up, it's all too late now. Give up, and you don't have to worry about your heart. I'm gonna take care of it.
September 65 release there for the Ideals. It's going out to Paul Barber on the Satellite record label. Did I say that right? Satellite Records, yes. You Lost and I Won is the name of the tune. I think I think the flip side is good too. I don't know if I've ever played this, although I know this record here. This was a record that tune written by Leon Mitchell. Let's hear this side. I think this side is good. You Hurt Me is the name of the tune. Let's see. Let's flip this over. Let's hear the flip side here. I think this is good too. This is the flip side of You Lost and I Won, a song called You Hurt Me. This is the Ideals from September 65. That's a great two-sided 45. That's one of the ones I got from Joel Scherzer when he was selling out. He had all the Ideals, and I think I won the majority of them as on the cheap too, by the way. But that's a great tune there, the Ideals. September 1965. That's the flip side of You Lost and I Won. Song entitled You Hurt Me. That one there written by the lead singer, Leonard Mitchell. Yes, a great two-sided 45. Let's continue here, and let's fill a request for Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. This singer from Greenville, Mississippi, originally, but moved to Chicago back in 1959. He was discovered by R&B singer Harold Burridge, first recording for the Four Brothers label. That was in 1965. He was known as Tyrone the Wonder Boy back then. But in 1968, he signed with Descar Records, had 29 releases on the Descar label through 1976, but he recorded for other labels during his career, ABC, Hit Sound, Columbia, plus others. Now, Leonard requested his third release on the Descar label. This bubbled under at number 125 on the Billboard charts, but a big number 14 on WSOK in Savannah, Georgia. We go to July of 1969. Let's give a listen to Tyrone Davis. Tyrone Davis on the Descar label. This is going out to Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. It's called All the Waiting Is Not in Vain for Leonard.
I never thought that the day would come when I'd become that special one. All of the waiting I did was not in vain. When I realized that you felt the same, so the waiting, it was not in vain. So the waiting, it was not in vain. Oh baby, all of the changes that are going through to prove that my love was true. All of the love that you gave didn't seem sincere. You sent for my love and now it's here. So the waiting, it was not in vain. So the waiting, it was not in vain. Oh babe, just like a child playing so happily. Your sweet loving baby always fascinated me. Yeah, I say that I feel just like a fool, but I did everything I could to stick to the roof. Oh baby, oh babe, there must be more to your love than met my eye. And this, oh, I gotta begin to realize that good things only come to those who wait. And you are good girl, baby. So what more can I say except the waiting? It was not in vain. So the waiting was not in vain. Oh baby, but I love you and I need you, baby. I wanna thank you for being so good to me, baby. Ain't no need of relying, girl, 'cause I love you.
That's by request for Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat, and that's Tyrone Davis. Tyrone Davis with his third release on the Descartes record label, July 69, called All the Waiting Is Not in Vain is the name of the tune. Now, how about a twin spin with Tyrone Davis? Now, his first release for the Descartes label, which would later become his biggest hit, charted number 5 both on Billboard and also on Cashbox, a big number 1 R&B record for him. And other parts of the United States, was a 45 that my aunt purchased back in 1968, called Can I Change My Mind? Now, interestingly enough, the first issue of this came out in June of 68, and it was not the A side of the 45. It came out as Dakar 1452, and that was in June of 68. Then in November of 68, maybe that side, the side started getting airplay, and in November of 68, Dakar re-released it as Dakar number 602, which came out originally on a red label. That's the one that my aunt had, but I think what they did is it was mastered differently. And the first one came out on the the true first press is on a black label, but on the 602 it's a red, and then they issued it again on the Rainbow record label. But the one that first came out at 1452 and 602, the mastering is different, and there's 10 seconds more on the first release. So I don't know where that comes in. But I'm going to feature the first release, and it sounds different to me for some reason. Something's wrong. I'll play a little bit of the other, and we'll see where the different... You'll hear it, because I could hear it. Anyway, because I didn't have this... I just found that I was looking for the record for Leonard Mancini down in the No Humidity basement, so I saw all these Tyrone Davis 45s. So I said, wait a minute, what's this black label one here? This is the true first press. So let's give it a spin here. This is the true first press from June 68. Tyrone Davis on Dakar Records. It's called Can I Change My Mind?
Oh, she didn't bat an eye as I packed my bags to leave. I thought she would start to cry, I sit around my room and weep. But you're the girl, she fooled me this time. She acted like I was the last thing on her mind. I would like to start all over again. Baby, can I change my mind? I just wanna change my mind. Baby, let me change my mind. As I took those steps toward that open door, knowing all the time, oh Lord, I just didn't want to go. But she didn't give me no sign, nothing that would make me change my mind. I would like to start all over again. Baby, can I change my mind? Please, 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 baby, I just wanna change my mind. Oh, I played my games many times before, but people's let me tell y'all, oh, I never reached the door. But ooh, the wind is high out tonight. I keep looking back, but my baby's not in sight. I would like to start all over again. Baby, let me change my mind. I'm so sorry, baby. Baby, I love you. Baby, I need you. I got to have you. Baby, I Oh, she didn't bat an eye as I packed my bags to leave. I thought she would start to cry, I sit around my room and weep. But you're the girl, she fooled me this time. She acted like I was the last thing on her mind. I would like to start all over again. Baby, can I change my mind? I just wanna change my mind. Baby, let me change my mind. As I took those steps toward that open door, knowing all the time, oh Lord, I just didn't want to go. But she didn't give me no sign, nothing that would make me change my mind. I would like to start all over again. Baby, can I change my mind? Please, 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 baby, I just wanna change my mind. Oh, I played my games many times before. But peoples, let me tell y'all, oh, I never reached the door. But ooh, the wind is high tonight. I keep looking back, but my baby's not in sight. I would like to start all over again. Baby, let me change my mind. I'm so sorry, baby. Baby, I love you. Baby, I need you. I got to have you.
So where'd they cut off the 10? Where'd the 10 seconds come off? And this has got more bass in it. It's overmodulated, I'd say. That's what that one sounds like versus the other one. It just sounds a little different. Maybe, I don't know, maybe, I don't think they changed the pace of it. It sounds like his original recording track, they just mastered it differently, I think, is what they did. And they were pushing that as the A-side at the time. That was not the A-side originally when it came out on the 4-number series on Dakar Records. So I don't know what really happened with that, but that was his biggest hit. It was. As Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening here as we continue here, and let's fill a request for listener Adrian Viterbo for this girl group. They hail from Kalamazoo, Michigan. First recording for the IPG record label. That was back in 1963, but they signed with Berry Gordy Jr.'s VIP record label for 5 releases. Their first release was their biggest hit. It was a song called Needle in a Haystack. But Adrian requested the B-side of that 45, a tune written by Norman Whitfield and Mickey Stevenson. It features Carolyn Gill on lead. We go to September of 64 for a B-side by request for Adrian listening in Mexico. The Velvets on VIP. It's called Should I Tell Them? For Adrian.
Should I
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, by request for Adrian Viterbo, the Velvets from September 64. Should I Tell Them, right? Not him. Them, yes. Should I Tell Them, which is the B-side to their first release. That's Carolyn Gill on lead. Well, how about we give a listen to the A-side of the 45, because I like the A-side too. This charted number 49 on Cashbox, number 45 on Billboard, a big number 2 record on WJMO in Cleveland, Ohio, again with Carolyn Gill on lead. September 64, the Velvets with Needle in a Haystack.
Well, I once believed all fellas were nice, but girls, listen to me and take my advice. Girls, you better get yourself on the right track, 'cause finding a good man, girl, is like finding a needle in a haystack. What I say, girl, needle in a haystack. Shoot, shoot, what I shoot. Girls, those fellas are sly, slick and shy. So don't you ever let them get you looking starry-eyed. They'll tell you that the love is true, but they'll walk right over you. Now, girls, you should know these things right off the bat, 'cause finding a good man, girl, is like finding a needle in a haystack. What did I say, girl? Needle in a haystack. Shoot, shoot, what I shoot. Shoot, what I. Hey, hey, hey. Well, now, girls, I say I'm telling you the natural facts, 'cause finding a good man, girl, is like finding a needle in a haystack. What did I say, girl? Needle in a haystack. I'm telling you, girls, you better look before you leave. Yeah. Still water sometimes is very deep. You'll be sorry when you discover that you're just this pastime lover. Girls, you know these things right off the bat, 'cause finding a good man, girl, is like finding a needle in a haystack. What did I say, girl? Needle in a haystack. I say you better take heed. Needle in a haystack. Listen to me. You better play out your game, or you're gonna regret the day you were born, girl. When he leaves you alone, girl. Good guys are like finding love. Oh, girls are like finding love.
That's September 1964, the Velvets. That is the A-side of the 45, their first release on Berry Gordy Jr.'s VIP record label. Needle in a Haystack is the name of the tune. We heard the flip, the B-side, Should I Tell Them, with the Carolyn Gill, the lead singer. I have 2 different copies of that, one without the 2, with the 4 lines across, the black lines there. So I don't know, probably a different pressing plant for that, because the vinyl is identical. So I think that's got to be a different pressing plant for that. Johnny G here on a Wednesday. Hope you're digging on the tunes. If you are, please give me a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it. This is the first show of the week. On Wednesday evening is my All Souls show, and tomorrow will not be the 78 show, will be next week. I was doing it just was too much, and with Charlene not being around, that would be impossible to do for tomorrow. But I'm thinking that Saturday is going to be a tough show as it is anyway, but I'm hoping she gets her power back. It's been 3 days now that she's lost it, so who knows for how long it's going to be. Maybe I should fly her here. Maybe I should. Charlene, you got to come over here and help me. Although I got one PC. She's going to have to bring her laptop. But anyway, so let's hope she's okay. I'll probably give her a call after the show, unless she went to bed. I'm going to text her first to see. But I don't know. Maybe she's got her phone off because she had to go charge it in her car. But let us continue here. Let's fill a request For Jim Lampley in Texas, let's stay in Detroit. Let's stay with the Motown sound. He requested the Temptations. Now this was I think this was their fourth release. Wait, 7001. I'm totally unprepared for this record here. Let me see, 7001. That was Dream Come True. Then they had Paradise, and they have I Want a Love I Can See. This was their very next record from June of 1963. We go to Gordy Records for the Temptations. This is by request for Jim in Texas. It's called May I Have This Dance, the Temptations.
May I have this dance? I've been waiting for this dance all night long. And this night I'll always treasure if I could have the pleasure of escorting you home. Don't you know I bit my nails into wanting to dance with you, but I was much too shy. I never had the nerve before till you danced across the floor with another guy. The way he held you in his arm with his many charms, I knew my chances were slim. In order to get to you, there's only one thing to do, so I got rid of him. By the name of Pearl was looking for him, and when I turned around he was nowhere to be found. So oh, here I am. Ooh, I gotta have the dance.
You know, that's Eddie Kendricks doing lead there. He is an octave down. That is not his normal voice there. He's singing a little bit deeper there on the voice. Usually he's a lot higher than that. Those are the Temptations by request for listener Jim in Texas. The Temptations, what did I say? That was June 1963. Their fourth release there. I think I said that. That was June 1963. May I Have This Dance? The Temptations on the Gordy record label. That's for Jim in Texas. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Up next, this group originally from the state, this group would have their biggest hit with their debut single on Morris Levy's Roulette record label. The song was called Easier Said Than Done, as we all say. But the lead singer for the group was from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Her name was Anita Humes, and they would have 7 releases on the Roulette record label. This is their fourth, a tune written by Joe Armstead and Robert Mosley. This is produced by Henry Glover. Let's go to February of 1964. Let's give a listen to Anita Humes and the Essex on the Roulette record label. It's called What Did I Do? Asking the question, what did I do? The Essex.
I still feel the same way that I did before. Why can't you see, my darling, I love you even more. I can tell by the look in your eyes that
That's a great tune by Anita Humes and the Essex, February 64. It's on Morris Levy's Roulette record label. That's their fourth release for Roulette Records. What Did I Do is the name of the tune. Let us continue here on the All 60s edition for the debut single for this next singer. He's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. His first release came out on a label called Wink Records. That was in 1960. This song, though, called it's actually not correct on the first press. It's called Cupid Arrow. What is Cupid Arrow? It should be Cupid's Arrow. In 61, they would re-release it on the Bevmar record label with the corrected spelling, Cupid's Arrow, as it should be. But here is the first press, which I think for some reason it wasn't recorded correct. Well, it wasn't pressed right, or something's wrong with this record, but I found out that I have both presses. Hey, Johnny G, a completist, what do you know? Because Bevmar is the second release, and it plays maybe a little better on Bevmar. But let's give a listen to this first press here from 1960, Cletus Marlin. Cletus Marlin on the Wink record label with the tune called, the wrong spelling, Cupid Arrow. It should be Cupid's Arrow. That is Cletus Marlin. Cletus Marlin from 1960. His debut single on the Wink record label, also issued on the Bevmar record label. Cupid's Arrow is the name of the tune. Let's do a twin spin on Cletus Martin, because he would have other records, I think, again, on Roulette Records. This one first came out on the Terry label, and then Terry Records, for some reason, was changed over to Geneva Records. And what else do I have here? I think this is from 64. I got the wrong date on here. Again, here we are, not being complete here without Charlene to help me. But let's give a listen to a twin spin here for Cletus Marlin. I think it's from 64. I'll get you the date. It's called Every Now and Then. This first came out on Terry Records. I have it on the second press, Geneva Records. Cletus Marlin. I like that record. I do. That's Cletus Marlin. That's from July of 1963. Cletus Marlin with Every Now and Then. First came out on the Terry label. That's on Geneva Records. A tune written by Bernie Dupree, produced by Ernest Kelly. I heard that name before. Where'd I hear that Ernest Kelly name? Somewhere I did. Johnny G here on a Thursday. How about a Wednesday? Can't even get my days right here. Charlene, where are you? I'm missing Charlene. I am. Let us continue here. Interesting thing with this record. So the reason why I bought this 45 in the first place was because of the writer credits on here. So, I look for this writing team of Sharon Shealy and Jackie DeShannon. They wrote some great tunes together for years for so many artists, and they wrote this tune for this gal. Her name is Diana Dawn. That almost sounds like a made-up name, I think, but her name is Diana Dawn. And somebody said that this gal was the younger sister of a country singer, Dottie West. I don't know. Maybe it is. But this 45 comes with a picture sleeve. I don't have the picture sleeve. I know Dave the Rave has the picture sleeve of this. But this is her first of two on the Ednell, ED-NEL label. Let's go to 1965 for Diana Dawn. Diana Dawn on Ednell Records. It's called Backstreet Girl.
I stand on the corner for the 100th time. I must be crazy, must be losing my mind. He belongs to somebody else, but I love him so much I just can't help myself. A few more minutes and he'll be here. My life begins when he holds me near. I know that it's wrong, I'll meet him secretly, but I can't let him go, he's such a part of me. Backstreet girl, you'll never wear his name. Oh no. Backstreet girl, his love is bringing you shame. I don't want to hear it. Backstreet ready thirst. Why must it be my fate to have to hide my love for him because it came too late? He belongs to somebody else, but I love him so much I just can't help myself. Backstreet girl who'll never wear his name. Oh, stop it now. Backstreet girl, his love is bringing you shame. I love you now. Backstreet girl, why don't you let him be? He's wrecking your life and you'll never be free. Backstreet girl who'll never wear his name. Oh, please don't Backstreet girl, his love is bringing you shame.
1965 release there. That's the first of two for Diana Dawn. Diana Dawn on the Ednell record label. Backstreet Girl is the name of the tune. Now, I could play, what is that song, Dave, the rave, On a Back Street on the Counterpoint record label. I wish I had it on the Carlson label. That might be a record that you could bring on the Carlson label. But anyway, there you go. That's Diana Dawn. Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening, spinning my original vinyl 45s. It's our 60s show, soul record here, soul records out of my collection. Let's fill a request for listener Frank Gingaro. This group originally from Harvey, Illinois, first recording as the El Rays back in 1964, but they signed with Vivian Carter's VJ Records in 1955. I'm still looking for their first release on the label. I'll take it on a 45, or, well, I'll even take it on a 78, a song called Tell the World. But in 1962, they signed with Argo Records, was a subsidiary of Chess Records. Now, this Argo record would then morph into Cadet Records, where the group continued to record with a whole bunch of releases. Now, Frank requested their fourth release on the Argo label. I think this was their last one of Argo, and then it went to Cadet. And the song recorded in March of '63, but not released until later in the year, October of '63. These are the Dells, the great Dells on the Argo label, going out to Frank Gingaro. It's called Goodbye, Marianne, the Dells.
Well, I offered you love.
That was a great sound of the Dells there by request for Frank Gingaro in our YouTube chat room. That's February 62 release. I'm sorry, that's from Debs. November 9th. No, how about October 63 release there on the Argo record label? Those are the Dells with Goodbye Marianne. That's a cool tune. I haven't played that on the show before. So thank you for that request here. As we continue here, we fill a request now for Adrian Viterbo in Mexico. This gal, she's from Santa Ana, California. First recorded as with a duet with Ray Lockhart. They recorded as Betty and Ray on Leon Renee's Rendezvous record label out of Los Angeles, California. That release in October of 1962. She followed it up with a solo release in November of 62. And her name is Betty Willis. Now, she was also the lead singer of a group called The Instants. They recorded on Rendezvous Records. I think they had earlier releases in 1962. But let's go to November 62 for Betty Willis. This is for Adrian Viterbo, listening in Mexico. He's in our YouTube. Betty Willis on Rendezvous. It's called Should I Tell Him? For Adrian. No. I'm sorry. What did I do? Wrong side. No. What is this? Take Your Heart, it should be. Right? Yeah. Take Your Heart. What has Charlene got here? There you go. That's for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. That's Betty Willis. Betty Willis from November 62. It's on Rendezvous Records. Take Your Heart is the name of the two. Charlene had the wrong info on here. She had the wrong title. I don't know where she got that from, what she did there. I don't know. I gotta contact Charlene. Hopefully she's doing okay. I hope she's back for Saturday, folks, because she shares my posts on YouTube. She does a lot for Johnny G And I know she's not happy. She was miserable when I spoke to her today. But let us continue here. So I might be ending, around midnight tonight. So unfortunately, but I will be continue here. Let's go to Memphis, Tennessee. Fill a request for Harry Riles. He might not still be in the chat, but he was earlier in the program, as he requested this singer by the name of Tommy Ray Tucker, not to be confused with the Memphis singer Tommy Tucker that recorded for other labels. Tommy Tucker recorded for Checker Records, I think. But this Memphis singer, wait a minute, not to be confused with the Memphis singer. She's got RCA and high here. Okay, well, I don't know about that. But this came out on the this first came out on the XL label out of Memphis. Then it was released on Penn Records. Penn Records, mine was distributed by London Records. And this is actually a cover song. This was first recorded back in 1960 by Willie Cobbs. He did it first on the Mojo record label, which was also out of Memphis. This song charted number 5 on KFXM in San Bernardino, California. We go to April of 1964 by request for Harry Riles, Tommy Ray, R-A-Y-E, Tommy Ray on Penn, P-E-N Records. It's called You Don't Love Me. This is for Harry Riles.
You don't love me, yes I know. You don't love me, yes I know. Cause you left me, baby, and I've got no place to go. Yes, I love you. I'll do anything you say. Yes, I love you. I'll do anything you say. If you tell me, baby, I'll get on my knees and pray.
That's a cool tune from April 1964 by request for Harry Riles in our YouTube channel. Also send that one out to Dennis Fluharty. There you go. That's Tommy Ray. Tommy Ray with an E on the Penn record label. You Don't Love Me is the name of the tune. Tommy also had 2 releases on Gene Autry's Challenge label as Tommy Ray Tucker back in 1965. Johnny G is here on a Wednesday evening. If you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. And that is the contact number. I'll be back on Saturday night for the All 60s show. Then I'll be back for a Sunday afternoon show beginning at 2 p.m. It's on my YouTube wall. You can check it out there. I'll be here with a special guest in studio, Dave the Rave. Dave Kapolsky will be here from Sirius XM Radio playing his original 45's. We're going to be talking about it. I'm going to be holding them in my hand as I show them to you. And Dave will be set up on the side there. You'll see us. We'll be talking about records. We'll be comparing notes and lots of our history together here with the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let us continue here. And we go to, ouch, this gal from Harlem, New York, is the daughter of jazz trombonist Gordon Austin. Now, her godparents were Dinah Washington and Quincy Jones, and she was 17 years old when she signed with Coral Records in 1965. She would have 10 releases on the Coral record label. Let's give a listen to her sixth, a song that dates back to 1934 and one her godmother recorded back in 1959 for Mercury. Her godmother was Dinah Washington. But let's give a listen to this version as done by Patty Austin. We go to January of 67. Patty Austin on the Coral label, her rendition of the tune, What a Difference a Day Makes.
What a difference a day makes. 24 little hours brought the sun and the flowers where there used to be rain. My yesterday was blue, dear. Today I'm a part of you, dear. My lonely nights are through, dear. Since you said you were mine. Since you said you were mine. Lord, 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 what a difference a day makes. What a difference it makes. There's a rainbow before me. Skies above can't be stormy. Since that moment of bliss, that thrilling is heaven when you find romance on your menu. What a difference a day makes. And the difference is you. What a difference a day makes. Woo! What a difference a day makes. I'm gonna tell you now what a difference a day makes. There's a rainbow before me. Skies above can't be stormy.
Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, Patty Austin's version of What a Difference a Day Makes. That's from January 67 on the Coral record label. As we continue here, and let's go to this next group that formed back in Greenwood, South Carolina. They were known as the Medallions, but then they added Swingin' in 1965. I think they got together in 62. Their first release came out on the Dot record label, but they had a big number 17 Billboard hit with a cover of a tune called Double Shot of My Baby's Love. Who did that first? Terry George, I think, did it first. I think, if I'm not mistaken. No, maybe not. Somebody on the Comet label did that. But not Terry George. But I didn't have it on here. She didn't put it. But here's their second of 6 on the Smash record label. A tune written by Freddie Weller. This charted number 71 on Billboard, number 3 on WSGN in Birmingham, Alabama. Let's go to June of 1966 and give a listen to the Swinging Medallions. On the Smash record label, it's called She Drives Me Out of My Mind. The Swinging Medallions. That's a June 66 release there by the Swinging Medallions on the Smash label. I hate styrene 45s, I can tell you that much, especially on those Smash. Some of the Smashes, I had a Smash with the Jay and the Techniques played well earlier in the show. But this, I don't know, this one's okay, I guess. She Drives Me Out of My Mind is the name of the tune. That was Dick Holler and the Holidays, by the way, that did Double Shot of My Baby's Love first, and then covered by this group, the Swinging Medallions here. Let us continue here. This next singer was a member of the 1950s vocal group, the Cadillacs. Had a lot of cool tunes in the 1950s on the Josie record label, but in 1965, he embarked on a solo career. He signed with Columbia Records, had 5 releases on the Columbia label. Let's give a listen to his first. And again, I saw Horace Ott, that he arranged his 45. That automatically meant I was going to buy it. So let's give it a spin here. April 1965, the first of 5 for Jimmy Bailey. Jimmy Bailey on the Columbia label. The song is called Every Time.
When I take you for a walk at night and we're
April 65 release there for Jimmy Bailey. Jimmy Bailey, a nice ballad on the Columbia label. That's his first of 5, a song entitled Every Time. As we'll continue with a few more here. Let's go to Chicago now for this group they formed while they were attending Marshall High School. 1968. Now, this is their debut single. First came out on the Salem label in 1969. It would then be picked up by a Nation Time Records, and they released it in early 1970. And this is, I think, the intended B-side of the 45. It's from early 1970. I have it on Nation Time. First issued on the Salem label. They're called the 5 Wagers. The 5 Wagers on Nation Time Records. It's called Until I Found You. The 5 Wagers.
My greatest pleasure is to have you by my side. To hear you speak my name, I'm more than satisfied. Every minute my love just grows and grows, till I found you, no better world I've known. I found holy clover, they don't seem to get me over. Wished upon a star, didn't get far, till I found you. Believe in me, baby, if I could write a book 1,000,000 pages long, still couldn't finish telling of your charms. The smile upon your face, the twinkle in your eyes. Oh, how I'd dedicate my life. I've heard of love supreme, but it never had no meaning. It always seemed in a dream, till I found you. Oh, believe in me, baby, it's Now I never knew love possessed so much happiness. Never knew stars could shine so bright, till I found you. These things I never ever knew. Dreams never seemed to come true, until I found you. Just believe everything I say is true. Until I found you. I never knew. Oh, until I found you.
Getting caught here. Those are the 5 Wagers. The 5 Wagers, originally released in late 1969. That's early 1970. Picked up by Nation Time Records. Until I Found You is the name of the tune. It's kind of sounding like Eddie Kendricks there with that high falsetto voice there. As we continue here, and let's go to Evanston, Illinois for this next group, as they consisted of the lead singer of the group. Her name is Patty Drew, and her sisters Lorraine and Emma, and then there's a lone male member, the bass of the group. His name is Carlton Black, who wrote this tune. I think this was their debut single, their first of 3 on the Capitol record label. This charted number 90 on Billboard and Cashbox, but this was a big #1 record on KGB in San Diego, California. We go to October 1963, the debut single for the Drew-Vels. The Drew-Vels with Patty Drew on lead on Capitol Records. The song is called Tell Him.
If you ever see what's for me, tell him that I love him. Tell him that I care. And if he ever needs me, tell him I'll be there. It happened the other night. We sitting fire. my man. Tell him that I need him. Tell him he was right. Tell him that I miss you each and every night. I didn't mean what I said. Tell him I was wrong. Yes, sincerely written. Tell him to come back where he belongs. If you ever find that love of mine, tell him to forgive me. Tell him don't be mean. I didn't mean to start you. I wish it was all just a dream.
As Patty drew on lead with the Drew-Vels there. That's their first of three on the Capitol record label from October 63. It's called Tell Him is the name of the tune. We got two more 45s to go before Johnny G signs off here on the Vinyl Treasures show. This next singer, born Frederick Earl Long in Birmingham, Alabama. This singer-songwriter would move to Detroit in 1959, first recording for the Tri-Fi record label. That was 1962, and it was unfortunate that he drowned on June 29th of 1969 in Ontario, Canada. He was only 29 years old, but you know him as Shorty Long, first recording for Berry Gordy Jr.'s Soul record label, and this is his second of 8 on the Soul record label. It's a song he wrote together with William Stevenson. This is from July 64. Let's give a listen to Shorty Long. It's on the Soul record label, and it's a long title. The original title is called It's a Crying Shame, parentheses, The Way You Treat a Good Man Like Me. This is Shorty Long.
Work like a dog from my pay. I come home to get a little love. You say, shorty, go on away. Well, it's a crying shame the way you treat such a man like me. Why? All in my lap, says many words with my lunch on rack. Can't even get no goodbye kiss. You know doggone well I ain't going through this. Well, it's a crying shame the way you treat a good man like me. Why?
That's the second of 8 for singer Shorty Long from July 1964 on the Soul record label out of Detroit, Michigan. Song entitled It's a Crying Shame, parentheses, the way you treat a good man like me. Well, that's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. Want to thank you for joining Johnny G on this solo show. Been flying solo without Charlene here, as we miss Charlene, and she's been caught in that hurricane that passed through Texas there. She is with one of the many of thousands of people without power there. She hasn't had it since Wednesday, so a little bit concerned about Charlene, if she's going to get it back. I told her, I said, Charlene, you might not get your power back for a number of weeks there, especially with you out in the boondocks there. So kind of worried about that, because that's going to impact your host, Johnny G, with getting the show done. That means I'm going to have to start to do the research on my own tomorrow, but I got to pull the records too. But anyway, and then I got to look for some 78s for next Thursday's show. So I'll be back on Saturday, of course, with the next Vinyl Treasure Show. There's no 78 show tomorrow. And then Sunday I'll have a special guest in studio. Dave Kapolsky, Dave the Rave from Sirius XM will be here with an afternoon show beginning at 2 p.m. I don't know when we're going to end it. It's until. I left it until, and we got it open there. We're going to see how we're definitely going to be on from at least 2 to 6 for sure. So that'll be on Sunday, but then I'll be back on next Wednesday night for the Soul Show here, and then I have the Thursday afternoon. You'll see the notifications on YouTube. That's just why you should subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it here. This is the Johnny G Network here, broadcasting here on YouTube, and hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Can't thank Charlene because she's not here, unfortunately. Kind of like missing, you know. But anyway, thank you all. Again, if you missed any of the program, it'll be up momentarily on YouTube. You can also go to vinyltreasures.net. Finally posted all the shows there. So I did that one night at 4 o'clock in the morning. I posted all the shows there. I got up, I fell asleep and got up really early, I guess. And I said, let me post these shows. So they're all up there. So if you like to stream or download the show, you can go to my website, vinyltreasures.net. If you like the visual, you can see it on YouTube. And also we're broadcasting live on Oldies and More Radio. We'll be doing that again on Saturday at 9 p.m. So again, if you haven't sent me your request, you better do it right away. vinyltreasures@aol.com. Our closer tonight's by this great group out of Harlem, New York. They recorded for Joe Evans' Carnival record label beginning in 1966. They had 6 releases. This is their second, a tune written by Ronald McCoy. He was a member of the Topics that also recorded on the Carnival label. This charted number 8 on WJMO in Cleveland, Ohio. Our closer tonight from April 67 on Carnival by Lee Williams and the Cymbals. The song is called Peepin' Through the Window. Well, that's going to do it again, folks. Thank you all. Let's hope Charlene gets back here before Saturday, and Johnny G will have a great show. If not, it's going to be a difficult time for your host, Johnny G. So everybody take care. Thank you for being here. Just want to say, everybody, so long. Here's Lee Williams and the Cymbals.